Hey you guys, this is KrazyKilla, and welcome to the third installment of the Pocket Summoner Copyrights Infringement video. Before I begin, I want to thank everyone who's helped me compile this list, especially Zoot and Shane. If it weren't for them, half the guards on this list would even be on here, so big thanks to the two of them. And in this video, be sure to notice the colors of each guard, because the color scheme is rarely even changed when they rip off the guards as well. Also want to mention that I ordered the guards in this video based upon the companies that they violate. Now I promise Shane I'll make this video relatively short, just because there's so many guards to get through, so if it goes a bit too fast for you, just be sure to pause the video, take it at your own pace. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to Pokemon. We got Snacky, Twi-Snacky, Ekans, and Shiny Ekans. They're all rather simplistic in their design. The Rattler then becomes a tongue of fire on the left, and Twi-Snacky is just the two of them put together. Now I know what you're thinking, there's a lot of creativity running through the veins of Rita, and I would have to disagree with you on that, but that's alright, let's keep moving. Now I started playing this game in December of 2010, which is when this guard Bali got taken down. It got taken down due to complaints that looked too much like Ponyta or Rapidash. This is the first copyright that Rita ever infringed upon, but certainly not to be their last. Ninetales and Tails Fox, they had that same tuft of hair coming from the same looking ears. I do want to mention though that Ninetales was taken from an old Japanese mythos, but I highly doubt Rita would have known about this mythos had it not been for Pokemon. Now although Diglett and Bigworm don't look too similar, it's enough to go ahead and put in this video because they're both heads sticking out of the ground, same eyes, let's move on. Mickey and Mew, they're both baby blue and baby pink, the traditional boy and girl colors. They have no mouth, they have the big feet, the small arms, and the long curvy tail. Horsey and Force said they have the same snout, same eyes, only one eye showing, the same soft underbelly, and the same fin or wing, whatever you want to go ahead and call that. Now although Cactoman and Cagnear, they don't look too similar, it's enough to go ahead and put in this video because clearly they got the inspiration yet again from Pokemon. The evolutions, however, are strikingly similar. They got the same three-pronged fingers, but the thing that does it for me is that flower on top. Dragonite and Dragon Jr. is probably the most offensive coming from Pokemon. The antlers become horns, same wings, same small little arms, same underbelly, same tail, same legs. They even ripped off Digimon, that's Dasypus and Armadillomon. They're positioned the same way, the tail's in the same spot. You got the same legs with the same 3 toes, the same dumb looking smile, eyes are in the same position, ears are in the same position, and they have a tuft of armor coming over their eyes. The next few are brought to you by Dragon Ball Z. This is Wooflin ripping off Cell and Frieza. As you can see, the 2-pronged head with spots around it, that's like Cell. Also, the signature move is the glowing orbs coming from the hands, as you can see in the bottom right picture as well in the top left. Wooflin ripping it off, and the body looks like Frieza. Fire Guard is going Super Saiyan. You can see the energy, in this case fire, around the body, as well as the fire consuming the hair. It's wearing the martial arts attire, and it's in a fight position, much like in Dragon Ball Z. Tianlong and Shenlong are both massive dragons, as you can see from the clouds around them. Soft underbelly, scaly body, same arms, snout, antlers, and antenna. Bomberman and Bomberman, although they don't look too similar other than the fact that they're holding exploding bombs, Bomberman is a copyrighted name. Using the word Bomberman is infringing on that copyright. Kirby looks like, you guessed it, Kirby. I don't really need to point out the physical features, but I do want to say that the Hoopla shell on the bottom right from Mario looks a lot like the helmet, as well as the shield looks a lot like the shield in Legend of Zelda. And while we're talking about Zelda, let's go ahead and look at Ganondorf and Demon Sword. Same position, same stance, same sword, obviously. It looks like a much dumbed down version, but that's what you're going to find with Rita. The next few are coming to you from Children of Mana, and although I don't know any of the monsters' names in Children of Mana, they really speak for themselves. You got the yellow eyes coming from the space in between the cone head and the body, the horns then become slits, you got the same yellow boxing gloves with the rods for arms and the green joints, as well as the same feet. Wind Dragon, I have nothing to say about this photo, just let you admire it for a while. You're done admiring, great, because I have to show you Princess. This is a real shocker because it's an exact ripoff. You got the same scales running down the body, you got the 2 tufts of hair being divided by the tiara, same purple bra or bikini top with the light blue skin, same ears, you got the same shell dividing the hair, and you got the gold bling going on and the trident. They're all in the same position. This is probably the most important one that I can show you, but it is certainly not the last. There's a little bit of controversy as to where Soul Hunter comes from. I personally subscribe to the second theory, but I'll show you both. The first one saying that it's a ripoff of this girl from Children of Mana. I personally believe that Demon was created first, and it is just a dumbed down version of Demon. And you'll understand why I say that when you look at Demon. It's a perfect ripoff of Illidan from World of Warcraft. The horns are then facing down, you got the same decaying wings, the green glowing sword, and of course the color of the body. And so yeah, as I mentioned, I believe Soul Hunter is just a dumbed down version. So I believe they created Demon first, and then made the dumbed down version Soul Hunter for its pre-evolution. King Imperial and Punisher is Hercules from God of War, as you can obviously tell from the lions that it's holding in its hands as I guess gloves or boxing gloves, not sure, and then it has the lion head for a helmet with the fan flaming from behind it. I believe that fire coming from behind, King, Punisher, and Imperial is that fan right there. Clearly it's a ripoff of God of War. Next viewer coming to you from Gundam, TO2 Buster, as you can tell from the helmet, the shoulders, the shins, the accessories, it is a clear ripoff of Gundam. Then also Demon Sword and Deathbringer. As you can see, it's got that same scythe, the same color body, same armor, and what's really interesting is the protruding spikes coming from the helmet. Now it's time to take a look at Final Fantasy. First you got Magiman and this black mage. As you can tell, the eyes coming from the hole between the robe and the little hat. The hat's the same, and the little hand becomes a button as well as the same shoes. Chickies and Chickas are the Chocobos, yet again from Final Fantasy, and they also come, the Chocobos, in pink and yellow. Any coincidence there? Blade Master's, swords up and down, is Cloud. It has the same, blade, the same spike on the shoulder, same hair, and the same attire. The next two have been well mentioned for their blatant ripoff, the first one being Soldier. Yet again, it's Cloud. As you can see, it's in the same stance even, same body, same armor, same clothes, everything. And then let's go ahead and look at Alpha. Alpha is Sephiroth. It has the Masamute's sword, and it has that same one wing coming from it. I don't know how Rita's getting away with this, but they are. Sprint and Okami are both tatted up wolves, obviously running very fast because you can see the wind breaking from around them, and that disc then becomes that jewel, I guess, on the back of Sprint. The next few aren't really ripoffs as much as they are just sheer laziness. Let's go ahead and look at Thor. Thor came out about a month right before the movie Thor did. Obviously, they're trying to ride off the coattails of the success of the movie. Also, I want to mention that when it became Clan Shop available for everyone, it was right around the time of the movie's theatrical release. Also, I'm not sure if y'all are aware of this, but Warhulk is Genghis Khan. It has a spiked armor, and it has the ponytail coming from the helmet, that's signature of Genghis Khan, and you can't really tell in this photo, but he is holding up a mace. Also a bit of laziness I'd like to point out, when Icing first was released, I thought it was an evolution of Pegasus. As you can tell, it has the same color, same ears, it has the same eyes. That amulet around the neck of Pegasus then becomes, I guess, a tiara or a helmet for Icing, and it has 4 wings. And the final guard is a guard that you may never even heard about, and that is the Sand Slash guard. It is a guard that is not available for the player to see at all in the game, but it is in the game's iFile, and to prove to you, I'll show you it in, the game's iFile. Now I'm a big fan of music and comedy, and a lot of times you see people steal material, but others will defend them saying, yeah, but they're making it better, they're putting their own spin on it, and honestly that's bullshit, because that material is how these people are making a living, and they're working really hard on it, so for others to just come in and claim it as their own is despicable. Imagine if you turned in a plagiarized essay in class. You'd be expelled, suspended, at the very least you'd be given a 0 on the assignment. So if it's not acceptable in the classroom, why is it acceptable here? I told Shane it'd be cool if they changed the picture of each guard to an original design, but keep the same stats and such. He said, yeah, but that's a lot of extra work for Rita. Well, if Rita didn't want the extra work, they should have done it right to begin with instead of letting it pile up. It's a wrong that needs to be fixed. So let that be a lesson to all you kids out there. Now with evolutions and all, this totals to be about 60 guards so far that Rita's ripped off. Well, at least that's all that I found. If you have any more, you can go ahead and post in the comments below, or message me in-game. I'm KrazyKilla, thanks for watching, and have a great day.